Three nuclear powers share one unstable geography: India, Pakistan, and China, nations with atomic arsenals. They are locked in a territorial embrace so tight that one miscalculation could spark catastrophe, a South Asian pressure cooker where heat rises daily. Picture the world's highest battlefield, where soldiers fight at altitudes that would kill ordinary humans within hours. The Siachen Glacier stands frozen at 20,000 feet, and yet India and Pakistan have shed blood here for decades. This isn't just about one glacier or one disputed border. The triangle connecting these three nations forms Earth's most dangerous geopolitical fault line. The cracks are deepening as each country believes its survival depends on controlling territory its neighbors claim as their own. To understand how we got here, you need to go back to 1947, when the British Empire withdrew from India. This carved out Pakistan as a separate Muslim homeland. The partition was chaotic, bloody, killing perhaps 2 million. Kashmir became the unhealed wound from that partition, a Muslim-majority region with a Hindu ruler who chose India. Kashmir has been the flashpoint for 3 wars between India and Pakistan. Both nations claim it entirely. Then there's China, which has its own claims and its own calculus, as in 1962, China fought a brief, decisive war. This was with India over their Himalayan border, seizing territory India still considers occupied. That humiliation burned into Indian strategic thinking. China also controls Oxai Chin, a desolate plateau that India says belongs to Kashmir, while China built a strategic highway through it. This highway connects Tibet to Xinjiang, and meanwhile, China and Pakistan have grown closer, bound by shared wariness of Indian power. This isn't ancient history gathering dust in textbooks. In 2019, India and Pakistan came terrifyingly close to nuclear war. This was after a terrorist attack in Kashmir killed 40 Indian paramilitary troops. India launched airstrikes into Pakistan. Pakistan shot down an Indian fighter jet the next day. For a few tense days, the world held its breath. Phone calls between world leaders worked overtime to pull both sides back from the brink, but underlying tensions never disappeared. In 2020, the India-China border erupted again when soldiers clashed in the Galwan Valley using clubs, rocks, and bare fists. This occurred because both sides avoid firearms at the border. 20 Indian soldiers died, and China admitted to casualties later. Territory is only part of this explosive equation. Water flows through these disputes like a hidden river of conflict. In a region where hundreds of millions depend on glacial meltwater and monsoon rivers, control over water sources means control over life itself. The Indus River system, shared by India and Pakistan, carries water from the Himalayas through Pakistan's agricultural heartland. A 1960 treaty governs how they split the rivers, but as climate change shrinks glaciers and populations grow, that agreement faces strain. India has explored building dams on rivers flowing into Pakistan, which Pakistan views as an existential threat. Meanwhile, Pakistan claims India manipulates water flows to damage crops or cause flooding, and water has become weaponized in their minds. China controls the upstream sources of rivers that flow into India and Pakistan, including the Brahmaputra and the Indus tributaries. China has built massive dams in Tibet, and India watches nervously, knowing that Beijing could divert or restrict water during a crisis. In 2017, a tense standoff erupted at Doklam, where China, India, and Bhutan's borders meet. Chinese troops tried to extend a road into disputed territory, and India sent soldiers to stop them, leading to a 2-month standoff. That crisis eventually de-escalated, but it revealed how quickly border incidents can spiral. The real danger isn't that leaders want war, it's that pride, nationalism, and incomplete information can push them into conflict. Alliance patterns make everything more complicated and dangerous. Pakistan and China have deepened their partnership into an all-weather friendship. China is investing billions in Pakistani infrastructure through the China-Pakistan Economic Corridor, building ports, highways, and power plants. This corridor runs directly through Pakistan-administered Kashmir, which infuriates India because it legitimizes Pakistan's control there. What Pakistan and China call economic development, India views as strategic encirclement designed to contain its rise and influence. Meanwhile, India has pivoted closer to the United States, Japan, and Australia through the Quad partnership. China views this as an anti-China containment bloc, as India buys advanced weapons from America and conducts joint military exercises. Pakistan feels abandoned by Washington after decades as a U.S. ally in Afghanistan, and that betrayal pushed Islamabad deeper into Beijing's orbit. The result is a hardening of bloc mentality, where every dispute gets filtered through great power competition and zero-sum thinking. Nuclear weapons cast a shadow over everything. India and Pakistan have fought 4 wars, but since 1998, they've avoided full-scale conventional war. The weapons create deterrence, yes, but they also create terrifying risks if deterrence fails or if miscalculation occurs during a crisis. Pakistan has developed tactical nuclear weapons designed for battlefield use, which lowers the threshold for nuclear war. India has pledged no first use, but Pakistani planners don't fully trust that promise, and China has its own nuclear arsenal. The danger of accidental war haunts everyone who studies this region, because a terrorist attack, even without government backing, could force India to retaliate. Pakistan might escalate in response, and China might feel obligated to support its ally, creating a crisis nobody wanted. Add in cyber warfare, satellite surveillance, and hypersonic missiles, and the room for error shrinks dramatically. The speed of potential escalation accelerates. Leaders have minutes, not days, to make decisions about war and peace. Yet amid all this tension, moments of pragmatism occasionally break through, as India and China have established military hotlines. They also have border protocols to prevent small incidents from becoming big crises. Trade between India and China exceeds $100 billion annually. Pakistan and India have also shown restraint at critical moments, pulling back from the brink when rational calculation overcomes nationalist fervor. Back-channel diplomacy, often facilitated by third parties, has prevented several crises from exploding into full-scale wars that would devastate the region. Relying on last-minute restraint is a dangerous gamble when dealing with nuclear weapons and 2 billion people living in the shadow of potential conflict. Climate change will intensify water scarcity, making those disputes more acute, and nationalism is rising in all 3 countries. The infrastructure along these borders tells the story. Bunkers, barbed wire, and military bases where soldiers stand watch in conditions that break most people. Families live for generations, never crossing borders that were once open, divided by lines drawn in distant capitals by people who never lived there. Some conflicts get resolved through negotiation, exhaustion, or changing circumstances that make peace possible. But the India-Pakistan-China triangle shows no signs of cooling down. Each year brings new incidents and new reasons for distrust. New technologies make war both more preventable and more catastrophic if it occurs, leaving 3 nuclear powers sharing one unstable geography. The pressure keeps building in South Asia's most dangerous triangle. The world hopes deterrence holds and leaders choose wisdom over pride.